The afternoon in Shibuya feels different when two figures so familiar to millions of fans around the world are seen walking leisurely in the midst of the hustle and bustle of the city. Jungkook and Jimin, two BTS members who are always the center of attention, enjoyed their afternoon in one of the most iconic districts in Tokyo, Japan. With no official announcements, no flashy escorts, their presence just felt natural, as if they wanted to truly blend in with the rhythm of a city that never sleeps. Shibuya is known as a symbol of freedom, creativity, and youthful energy. Neon lights began to light up one by one, reflections of bright colors bouncing on the glass of buildings and streets wet by the previous light rain. In the midst of that atmosphere, Jungkook and Jimin were seen walking side by side, wearing casual clothes that were simple but still exuded the aura of a global star. Jungkook opted for a relaxed style with a dark hoodie and loose pants, while Jimin appeared more presentable but still light, with a light jacket blown by the afternoon breeze. Some fans who happened to be around Shibuya crossing were silent for a few seconds, as if they couldn't believe what they were seeing. There were no hysterical screams, only quiet whispers and looks full of surprise. Jungkook smiled slightly as he realized they were recognized, while Jimin with his trademark reflexes slightly lowered his head as a form of polite greeting. The moment felt brief, yet enough to leave a deep impression on anyone who witnessed it. The two were seen stopping at a small cafe located on the corner of the street, far from the impression of luxury. They sat by the window, enjoying a warm drink while watching the endlessly flowing human traffic. Jungkook seemed to laugh out loud when Jimin said something, his expression so light, away from the burden of a busy schedule and the camera spotlight that usually follows them wherever they go. Jimin himself looked calm, occasionally playing with his drinking straw, then staring out the window with a reflective expression. The afternoon was not about the stage performance, not about the perfect choreography or the concept of the album. It's about two best friends who enjoy a respite, a small space to breathe between incredible busyness. Shibuya, with all its noise, is precisely the perfect setting for that simple moment. Pedestrian footsteps, the sound of crosswalk lights, and faint street music combine to form a natural backdrop for their togetherness. As the sun begins to set and the Tokyo sky turns orange and purple, Jungkook and Jimin continue their journey. They walked slowly, occasionally stopping to look at shop windows or take photos of the streets with personal cell phones. There is no impression of a rush. Time seems to slow down, giving them the opportunity to enjoy the little things that are often missed. For fans, the news of Jungkook and Jimin enjoying an afternoon in Shibuya is not just light news. It's a reminder that behind their status as global icons, there are two young human beings who also need moments of normalcy, simple laughter, and unstressed togetherness. Japan, which has always had a special place in the course of BTS's career, is again a witness to a warm and meaningful little story. The afternoon ended without drama, without excessive sensations. But precisely in its simplicity, Jungkook and Jimin's moment in Shibuya feels so strong. A slice of quiet time, caught by accident, and will continue to live on in fans' memories as a symbol of friendship, sincerity, and warmth that never fades, even amid the glitter of a constantly fast-paced entertainment world. The night begins to creep in slowly in Shibuya, and the crowd just gets more lively. The lights of the billboard lit up brighter, as if racing to attract the attention of anyone passing by. In the midst of the dense human flow, Jungkook and Jimin still seem to be walking leisurely, now with a slightly slower pace, as if reluctant to end the simple moments they rarely have. The atmosphere of the night gives a different feel, more intimate, warmer, despite being surrounded by thousands of strangers. Jungkook seemed to pick up his phone several times, recording a small snippet of the surrounding atmosphere. Not for big content, not for public sharing, but just personal memories. Jimin noticed with a slight smile, then pointed towards the light-filled street, as if to suggest a more interesting angle. Their conversation was inaudible, but the two's body language spoke volumes about the comfort and closeness that had built up over the years. At one corner of the street, they stopped for a moment. Jungkook looked up, noticing a giant billboard featuring various famous faces and brands. There was a brief moment when his expression took a more serious turn, as if realizing how much the world he was living in contrasted with the simple reality he was enjoying at the time. Jimin, realizing the change, lightly patted Jungkook on the shoulder, a small but meaningful gesture, as if to say that it's okay to enjoy the moment without thinking about anything. Some fans who recognized them chose to keep their distance. No exaggerated approach, just a gaze full of respect and admiration. That calm attitude keeps the atmosphere comfortable. Jungkook and Jimin seem to appreciate it, occasionally waving small hands or smiling briefly as a form of sincere gratitude. The short interaction actually showed a mature relationship between the artist and fans, built on mutual understanding. They then enter a small shop that sells a variety of unique items typical of Shibuya. Shelves full of creative accessories, posters, and trinkets caught Jimin's eye. He looks enthusiastic, observing one item at a time while laughing slowly. Jungkook followed him from behind, watching with a relaxed expression. No flashy security guards, no tense aura. Everything felt normal, almost like two ordinary young men who were spending the night in the city center. Time goes on imperceptibly. Outside the store, the night air is cooler. Jungkook took a deep breath, then exhaled slowly. There is a calmness that rarely appears in the midst of their busy schedules. Jimin stood beside him, looking at the Shibuya crowd that was never really quiet. The look in his eyes looked gentle, as if harboring many thoughts, but not in a hurry to express them for many fans. The news of Jungkook and Jimin in Shibuya spread quickly, but without much hype. Blurry photos and short stories on social media actually add to the impression of reality, not engineering. There are no perfect poses, no contrived settings. All that can be seen is honest togetherness, small laughter, and rhythmic footsteps. That night, Shibuya becomes more than just a city setting. He becomes a silent witness of a friendship that has gone through various phases, from the trainee period, the peak of popularity, to points of reflection that are rarely seen publicly. Jungkook and Jimin continued their journey, slowly disappearing among the crowd, leaving a warm impression that is difficult to describe in words. Without an official statement, without any clarification, the moment stood on its own. A small story in the middle of a big world, which actually feels the most human. And perhaps therein lies its beauty. Moments before they actually left the Shibuya area, Jungkook and Jimin stopped by the side of the road, noticing a stream of waiters that kept moving non-stop. Crossing lights change colors. The sound of footsteps mixes with the conversation of different languages, creating a typical cosmopolitan atmosphere. Jungkook smiled slightly, as if enjoying the fact that in a place so far from home, he could still feel comfortable. Jimin stood beside him with his hands in his jacket pockets, looked straight ahead, then turned his head briefly towards Jungkook, his expression calm and understanding. When the green light came on, they stepped together across the street, merging with the crowd without attracting excessive attention. In that brief moment, there was no distance between idols and ordinary mortals. All that remains are two best friends walking side by side, enjoying an evening in a foreign city with a sense of security and togetherness. Shibuya has once again become as crowded as ever, but for those who have seen it, the afternoon and evening will always be remembered as a small piece of simple but meaningful happiness.